Welcome everybody. Today we are making little crocheted bees. It's a very easy pattern, very basic for beginners. You only need a couple colors, yellow, black, a little bit of white, and a little bit of pink. We are not doing anything more complicated than single crochets. You will need to understand how to make a magic circle. But other than that, I hope you enjoy the video. You're going to start this pattern with your yellow yarn and making a magic circle. And we're going to do 6 single crochets in this magic circle. 1, 2, 6, pull this tight. Second row, we're going to do 2 single crochets in each stitch, so it increase all the way around. For a total of 12 stitches all the way around. Now we're going to do 2 single crochets in the next stitch, 1 single crochet in the stitch after that, all the way around. So 2 single crochets in this stitch, making an increase, 1 single crochet in that stitch. We're going to repeat that. 2 single crochets in this stitch, 1 single crochet in this stitch, all the way around. Once you finish that row, you should have 18 stitches going around. Next, we're going to do 2 rounds of single crochets in each stitch. No more increases, nothing like that. Each stitch, single crochet. 1, 2. For 2 rounds, at the end of each round, you should still have 18 stitches. 17, 18. You should have the beginnings of a little bee head at this point. We're now going to switch to using our black yarn. We're going to switch to our black yarn by starting the next row as if we're going to do another single crochet with the yellow yarn. We're going to go through the stitch, grab the yarn, pull through, and we're going to stop here when we have 2 loops on our hook. Before we grab this and pull through, we're not going to do that. We're going to take our black yarn and hook it onto our hook. And we're going to pull that black yarn through the 2 yellow loops on our hook. I'm going to work in these ends as I go. Up to you though, you don't have to. And I'm going to do 2 rows of 1 single crochet in each stitch of the black yarn. At the end of each row, you should still have 18 stitches. Through. And 18. So I just finished 2 rows of the black yarn, making the first stripe. And I'm going to switch back to yellow now. I'm going to do it the same way I did it before when I switched to yellow. I'm going to go into the next stitch as if I'm going to do a single crochet, grab the yarn, instead of pulling it all the way through the 2. I'm going to take my yellow, put it on my hook, pull that through. We're going to do 3 rounds of yellow single crochets all the way around. You should still have 18 stitches going around on each, at the end of each row around. I just finished the 3rd row of this yellow. I feel like at this point you should start seeing it come together as a little bee. Before we continue working this way, I'm going to put the eyes in. So this is kind of where the seam is down here. You can kind of see that doesn't exactly line up. That's because I didn't do slip stitches to make it super even. This is a super easy pattern and I didn't want to overcomplicate things. So we're just going to make that the belly. No one will know. I have these tiny little safety eyes. Starting from this inside hole, 1, 2, 3 rows out in between these 2 rows, 3 and 4 right here. Plop one eye in. And the other one, I'm going to put about 5 rows apart from this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to put it right about there. Isn't that so cute? Oh. Okay, now that the cute little safety eyes are in, we're going to go back to closing this up. And we're going to switch back over to black for the buttocks. We're going to work in the front loops only in this row, just to make everything a little cleaner and easier. This is the front loop, and then back here, that's the back loop. So we're going to pull our hook through the front loop only. Grab our yarn, pull through, but not finish the stitch. Grab our black and pull that through, like that. We're going to do some decreases in this row. We're going to do 1 single crochet followed by a decrease. So we just did 1 single crochet, and working in the front loops only, we're going to go into the front loop of the next stitch, and then also the front loop in the stitch after that. I'm going to weave my ends in, grab my yarn, pull it through both of those stitches, boom and boom, and then finish my single crochet. In the next one, I'm just going to do a normal single crochet in the front loop only. And then I'm going to do another decrease. So I'm going to put my hook through the front loop of the next stitch, and then immediately in the front loop, front loop of the stitch after it. I'm weaving in my ends, so that's what that is. Grab my working yarn and pull it through both of those stitches, and then finish my single crochet. I'm going to do that all the way around until I'm back on the until I finish the round, and I should have 12 stitches when I finished up. I just made it all the way around. I have 12 stitches all the way around here. And before I move on to basically my last row, I'm going to stuff this. I'm going to take all of my ends, I'm going to shove them in here. And I'm going to take my stuffing and I'm just going to stuff it. You can stuff your bee however you want, but I like my bee a little bit of a chonker. So I'm going to sort of overstuff my bee. For our next row, we're going to continue doing decreases in the front loops only, but we're going to do decreases every single time all the way around in every stitch for a total of 6 stitches. Into the front loop, into the front loop, crochet them together. So once you finish that row, you're going to continue to stuff when your bee is nice and plump, voluptuous and fat, just like We like him. Cut the end of your black. So I'm gonna do a slip stitch into the next stitch, and I'm just going to pull the yarn through, thread my yarn needle, and then I'm just gonna sew this butt shut and then tie a knot. So to make the wings, they're super simple. We're gonna make 2 of them. We're gonna make a magic circle. And you're gonna crochet 6 single crochets into this magic circle. 1, 2, 6, and you're going to tighten it. Cut your end and pull through. Boom. Just like that. Super, super easy. You're going to sew on the wings so that they are roughly in line with the eyes, right over the black stripe. So this one's going to go on right here. Boom, just like that. The other one, sew that on right there. Now we're going to give the little mouth. And now we're going to add the blush, going from here. And then repeat on the other side. And boom, you're all done with your little bee. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing for more content like this on my YouTube channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!